Welcome back to the Clubhouse, everyone. It's the guy that everyone loves to hate, the Crooked Commish. Back at it with the Bears, Chicago Clubhouse Bears pregame show here. Going to talk a little bit about the Bears here, upcoming game against the Colts, obviously. Reflect a little bit about what happened on the Sunday night game, the disappointing loss against Houston. Even though we were all expecting it, I think all of us before the season started looked at that Houston game and said, yeah, that's going to be an L. But it's all in how you lose. Losing like that, I think, was a bit disappointing. I think most of us Bears fans were hoping to score a bit more touchdowns by now. You know, if we would have lost 27-20, that would have been one thing. But losing, like I said, the way we lost, only scoring the one touchdown so far. So, like I said, a little disappointing, but we'll get further into that here in a minute. Before I get too heated here, let me go ahead and bring in my co-host here. We may have some other guys joining us later if they have time, but let's go ahead and bring the guy who's the most amped up out of all of us here in the Clubhouse, my boy.
Hey, what's going on, Crooked Commish? What's going on, Bear family? Bear down. Another Sunday. Another Sunday, bear down. Another opportunity to get the W. Chris just sent you a message, man. Foulmouth just sent you a message, Commish. Okay. Yeah, man. Wasn't expecting that one. Yeah. I wasn't. I knew it was gonna be hard. I really wasn't expecting that, man. I really wasn't expecting that. T. Nick said earlier in the week, you know, he made a valid point. You know, like we can't judge the kid on just 2 games. You know, that much is true. That much is true. But I'm a little beyond that. I'm a little beyond the 2-game thing. I'm going back 5 seasons. I'm going back 5 seasons, and the reason I say 5 seasons, I'm going back to when the last time we kept our quarterback upright. You know, so you get it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it was bad, man. Defense played their hearts out, man. That offensive line, man. That Poles, when he was hired, he said he was gonna put some nasty on that line. He was gonna make sure that if our quarterback got hit, that those offensive linemen was gonna be there to retaliate, even if that meant taking one for the team. You know what I'm saying, Commish? And that's not what I saw, man.
Yeah.
That's not what I saw. Leaving Big Stiffy in there to block and knowing that he's not a blocking tight end. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even chip the edge, the D end. He couldn't even chip him, man. I mean, and I watched that a few times. Like he didn't want to. I'm talking about Cole Kmet, in case anybody doesn't know who Big Stiffy is.
Now, the impression I got out of that and the situation is just like everybody, like they're just unsure. The offense is unsure of themselves in the play. Like, I think I'm supposed to do this, or I think this is my guy. I need a chip. And because they hesitate, the guy blows right by them and then the play's over. And then you're like, oh shit, I guess that was my guy, you know? And that's just kind of the reaction I feel like I'm getting out of the offense. Is just like, they're hesitating just because they're slightly unsure. It's like, I think this is what I'm doing. And when you're thinking too much, the play's over already and it's done.
You know what? I'd agree with you on that. I saw like the offensive plays, the play sheet. You know what I mean? The play calls in Waldron's hands, and it looked like it was. I'm not making this up. You know what I mean? It looked like it was like 10 plays.
No, but he's shaking like a motherfucker. He looked nervous. Like, oh my God, I don't know. like he was shaking like a motherfucker.
He was, and I saw the sheet. And I'm like, I hit my brother, my older brother. I'm like, man, did you see that, man? He's like, man. He said, what is it, like 10 players on there? I'm like, yeah, at least, and he's shaking. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, honestly, that's where an offensive head coach will come in. After running
offensive-minded head coach.
Yes. Offensive head coach, not a defensive head coach like Eberflus. I don't think Eberflus can turn this around, man. I don't, man. If that's what they're gonna do to the kid, they're gonna give him that, and with no adjustments being made at halftime. Oh man, it's gonna be a long season, man. It's gonna be a long season, and nobody's blaming the kid. Again, I say I'm taking it back 5 years. I'm taking it back 5 years, man. The last time a quarterback, one of the Chicago Bears quarterback, could stand upright. You know what I'm saying? And not have to work. That pressure that kid took Sunday, it was all unnecessary, man. And it, most importantly, let me be clear about this. In my opinion, it's on Poles, because I go back to what Poles said. He's gonna pick a line. He's gonna make a line. You know what I'm saying? That was nasty. And here's a guy that was an offensive lineman. So are you picking linemen? Are you picking linemen that were like you, or are you picking good linemen? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah, I'm talking about linemen that can ball out, or are you picking them in the model that you were? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's bad, man. That's bad,
Yep. Well, let me before we get further into it, we got some other members of our joint here, and they're eager to give their thoughts as well. So, very familiar face, the Clubhouse. First time here with the Sunday pregame show. He didn't give us a chance to give all his thoughts on Tuesday. So, our boy with the foulest mouth in all of Chi-Town, foul mouth Chris.
What up, fellas?
What's going on, baby? Chris? What's going on, pal?
Man, I'm trying to hang in there, man. Trying to figure out how to rotate this damn thing. I'll figure it out in a second. Shit. Fuck it.
I had to have my son to do mine.
Yeah, man. I'm on the
and then
I'm on her little iPad. So, I'm an Android guy, so I don't mess with Apple. So, I'll have no idea.
And Chris, before we get into your thoughts real quick, Fal, let me go ahead and bring in Coach Chef. He's sitting in the background as well. Okay. So we'll have us all on here. So Coach Chef, I think at least we have his audio. Yes, we hear you. So we at least have him audio wise. So Coach Chef, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Foulmouth, let's go ahead and give us your thoughts on what. Morning. Yeah. We'll kick it back over to you, Chef, in a minute. Chris, like I said, give us your thoughts on the Sunday night game, and then maybe a little bit what you're thinking here on this upcoming game, and then we'll get Chef in here with his thoughts.
Well, the Sunday night game, it wasn't pretty, but I know everybody, they want to come in and they want to go in on Caleb, and that was a bad showing by the offensive line, and it was a bad showing by the play caller. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't blame Caleb, just like a lot of times I couldn't blame Justin Fields for a lot of the shit that was going on. Sometimes your play callers will set you up. It don't matter how good of a quarterback that you are. If your play caller sucks ass and he's calling things that's going to get your damn brains beat in, that's what's going to happen. And I couldn't understand why did Shane Waldron continually and stubbornly put this kid in the shotgun with 5-man protection when they're bringing 5, 6, 7 guys, more than you can block, and getting this kid head tore off. This is supposed to be your franchise quarterback. You want to keep him healthy. So the best way to keep him healthy, going 12-man protection. Blasingame, I see that he's injured, so you're not going to have the use of him because, he is your fullback, but he's injured, so you're not going to see him. You're going to have to run more 12 personnel. I mean, you got to realize also, you got one of the best wide receivers in the league in DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to win a lot of his one-on-one matchups. He just is. You know, you got this kid in Rome Odunze, who a lot of people in the Bears organization was very high on me, myself. I thought Rome was nice. He wasn't between the three wide receivers. He would have been the last one I would have picked. I would have went probably, for my personal preference, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, then Rome Odunze. But they picked Rome, and I think a lot of that, it goes because it just shows the type of relationship that Poles likes to have with his players. And I think that was a Caleb Williams pick. I think that was somebody where he probably went to Caleb. Hey, Caleb, you already know you're going number one. Who's a player that you would like to play with? He probably Rome Odunze. They developed that relationship, you know, during the off season, doing pre-draft and everything. So that was his pick. But as we've seen, Rome is not doing what he was doing in Washington. He's supposed to be this big-time, sure-handed, smooth route runner, contested catch type guy. And so far, we've only seen him drop, what, damn near 2 touchdowns, I think? Or at least I know he dropped one for sure.
He dropped one sure TD, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, I mean, these are the things like today. Keenan Allen is out. Rome's going to be your number 2 wide receiver. Yeah. Again. So now we need to see what you got, kid. It's your turn to step up. You know,
it is.
You got to do something. Shane Waldron, quit having your fucking head buried in the goddamn play sheet and actually see what the fuck is going on out there on the field. Instead of just going, I'm going to run with this play. Damn, they sacked him again. God damn, he went down again. Our boy Nate Davis, I think he's being benched. We're going to see what Matt Pryor got. What I saw from Matt Pryor, me personally, I would have moved Matt Pryor to the left guard, put Tevin Jenkins over there to the right guard where he was last year, where PPF or PFF graded him as an 80, one of the top guards in the league. I would have did that. At least you know you got a strong side. You got a side if you need that 1 yard, because we was all watching the game last week. Boy, you was holding your breath when it was a fucking 3rd and 1, hoping that they'll get the goddamn first down for 1 fucking yard. Put them on the right side, have Wright and Jenkins. Now you got your strong side. You need that 1 yard, go right over there. Just that.
Yeah, what gets me, I agree with you, Pal. I agree with you. So if we can see this, you dig what I'm saying? If we can see this, you know what I mean? What's up with Waldron, man? I mean, check this out. The running back, you know, he hands off. I think who's it? Homer. He hands off to Homer. Homer gets 6 yards on the 1st and 10. He gets 6 yards, and then you go right back to that same play. Like what? I mean, and it was consistent. It wasn't just like the one time. It was consistent. You know what I'm saying? It was remedial. That offense was remedial. That's the only way I can explain it, man. It was like, and after the halftime, when we're still in the game, we're in the game until the end. But at halftime, there was no adjustments made. It was that same lame remedial game plan, man. So
it really doesn't make any sense.
Why pay Stiffy all that money if you're not going to use him, man? You're trying to keep him in the block. And he's not a blocking tight end. He's just not. You can't make him something that he's not. You know what I mean? Because he missed. Well, whiffed. I won't even say missed. He whiffed. He's stretching out with his arm. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you block. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you block.
You got to put your cap on a motherfucker.
You have to. You have to, man.
We got a big Notre Dame fan that's on the podcast, and he swears by that Cole Kmet is like this. He's a top
blocker,
blocking tight end, and he's a top 10 receiving tight end, and he's a top 10 tight end. Trust me, I like Big Stiffy, but there's been too many games where I've seen him whiff and miss blocks that could have been key plays. I'm talking about big yard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you're going to sit up there and pay you the money, if you're going to sit up there and do that, we need your big ass out there to block. It's just
the block. There you go. You're gonna put him on that end. He need to pick that D lineman up or that linebacker up, man.
Yeah, I ain't
And
saying
like I
you
said,
gotta
what we
hold him the
saw,
whole block, chip him, do something, hold him for 2 seconds and let his ass go, or do whatever it is that you got to do. But he has been
yeah,
whiffing on the block, so it's been looking
yeah.
bad. The offense been looking bad. Period.
You know what? And you know, he Cole Kmet, man, it's like I'm on the fence with him. I'm on the fence with him, but again, I'm circling back to Waldron, man. This play calling is horrendous, man.
It's
And I'm
terrible.
thinking, like I was telling Kamish earlier, man. Like I don't know if we had. First of all, I'm not a Puss fan. Puss fan. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't think that he's going to be the guy that turns this team around. I'm talking about the head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we need an offensive minded head coach. You know what I mean? Somebody that can override these remedial plays, man. That you come out the halftime and your OC is still running that same garbage, and you're just standing there and you got this blank look on your face, man. You are the head coach. Now, me and Coach Chef get into this all the time. Well, last year we was getting into it. I'm saying you are the head coach. That means you're in charge of every single position on that team. The special teams, the defense, the offense. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like something, you got to say like, "Hey, this is not working." But being a defensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? He watching Walden throw that trash out there, man, and just standing up there waiting to put the defense back on the field, man. So I'm thinking like we need an offensive head coach, man. We need an offensive head coach, and I don't think, and I know it's early. This is only week 3. I don't think he can turn it around. The defense is gonna be stout. I'm not talking about the defense. I'm talking about the
Let
offense, man.
Let's
Defense
hope
is
you're
going
wrong about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Let,
what
let-
we said in the first week. That's what we said in the first week. But
no, I
we'll
know.
see.
Like I said, we still got a long way to go. Mouth.
Yeah.
Coach Chef here putting Jenkins on the right side will not make the line better. No other lineman has taken snaps at the left guard, has taken snaps in the preseason at
Well,
left
I put it
guard.
to you like this: neither
Pryor,
did Jenkins.
Pryor has,
Jenkins
Go
didn't
ahead,
Pryor
start
Phil.
has.
on the left
Okay.
side. Jenkins didn't start playing on that left side until what was it? Until they actually signed fucking Nate Davis.
Yep,
Then
2
he
years
moved him to
ago.
the left
2
side.
years
I
ago.
mean,
Yep.
it's not like it's rocket science. Like, it's not like it has to be some huge ass adjustment. You going from left guard to right guard or from right guard to left guard. It's just that simple. My whole thing about it is, and I see what he's saying. My thing is you want a strong side. You don't want your whole fucking line where it's just, oh, okay, they can just come in at any
Swiss
point.
cheese. It's
If you
just,
need
yeah,
that
holes all
fucking,
over.
if you need a strong side, then you just go with that goddamn strong side. I'd rather have a strong side than no side. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
That's
It's
fair.
that simple. I
The
can't
thing,
I
and
can't just sit up there and be
it's
like,
a
oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know that such and such has never had snaps over there at left guard, and but damn, if I put Jenkins and Wright over here, those guys are 2 good pass blockers. They young, they physical, they young bulls. They like to get after people. They like to get nasty. I gotta take that or move that fucking. The thing was this. They put that $10 million fucking baby over there at right guard, even though he wasn't playing better than the right guard that came in for him, Tevin Jenkins. So they should have moved his big ass over there to left guard. Or find somebody, if that's the case, then find somebody that has played left guard and put them over there in left guard and then run with them at right guard. Something.
Yeah.
You need a strong side because your line is fucking hurting.
and the thing
Tevin
that's
Jenkins graded better on the right side than he did on the left side. Fucking
And
facts.
and that's my concern. That's my concern, pal. That's my concern, right there. Everything you just said, that's my concern. This is not like this has just started. You know what I'm saying? It started this season. We've been having problems with that line for a couple of years now, man. I'm with that the offensive pieces that he put together, man. But how do you bypass the line? You know what I'm saying? Tevin Jenkins, Darnell Wright, Nate Davis. Now you got Pryor. Come on, man. Come on,
Well,
man. At what point do you draft? Well, do you go down to Alabama or Oklahoma and get that big nasty that he was talking about? At what point do you do that? At what point do we start building, you know what I'm saying, from the inside out?
Well, one thing.
Right. I'm surprised in 3 years he hasn't drafted a center at all. In 3 years,
That's
he has
my
not
point.
Well, I
drafted
mean,
a
he's
center.
drafted a center.
He did?
He's
He
hurt.
drafted
He
Kramer.
hurt. He's hurt.
Kramer was the center
Yeah.
that he drafted.
Oh, Kramer was the center. Okay.
Yeah, he drafted Kramer.
Yeah.
It's just that he hasn't turned into what
Damaged
they thought
goods.
he was, or he hasn't been given a
Yeah.
chance to really show. But and I like Pose, and in his defense, I would say this too. One reason why you haven't been able to draft, or you could have drafted, but I can see why he asked it, because you haven't seen this line play together, because for the simple fact, everybody's been hurt. At some particular point in time, the line has never had that continuity where everybody's completely healthy and got a chance to play together to develop that continuity. They've always been hurt. You know, there's been times where Tevin Jenkins been out, or Nate Davis been out.
Nate Davis.
Braxton Jones.
He needs to go find more reliable motherfuckers than on the line.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. There you go, Commish. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I'll put it to you like this.
It's a valid foul. It's that you got a valid point, man. But Commish hit it on the head, man. We at some point, when do you go out and say, okay, these guys have been hurt? You know, they missed 6 games last season. They missed 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at some point you got to say, you know what? We need viable offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? New, you know, some big, just like he said. I'm just taking the words from Pole. The big nasty. You know, you can't be nasty if you ain't on that field, man.
Well,
you can't get nasty.
I would say this too. You look at it, is it really, maybe it's a coaching problem? Because when we're looking around in the league, you had a Cody Whitehair, who I think he is a center somewhere. He's playing pretty good. The guy Lucas Patrick that Poles had picked up from Green Bay, that played with us last year, that we talked about so bad in these 2 games. He's looking good. So it may be an offensive line coaching problem that we really having. And it may not necessarily be the players, you know, because hell,
that's the coach we kept.
Yeah, even Mustapher, who sit up there, who we all despised as well, went somewhere else and looked at fucking better. So it's is it really the offensive line, or is it the offensive line coach? Because how is it that these guys go to other places and shit, they're looking for,
I think Lucas Patrick's the biggest surprise.
Chicago.
Yep. Lucas Patrick for sure is the biggest surprise. Him playing as well as he's playing with the Saints, I think is a bigger surprise than Whitehair or even Leno and Mustaford and all them guys that ended up.
But then it goes back to what Tevin Jenkins said. Didn't Tevin Jenkins come out and said we only doing what they telling us
so much
to
we can
block?
do.
Yeah, we only doing what we've been told to block. You know, so in so many ways, he's sitting up there saying, "Hey, man, the offensive line coach got us blocking like this. When they come like this, we got to sit up there and do that. This is what they coaching us to do."
So at what point, Val? At what point does the head coach, you know what I mean, just shake this up, man? This just steps up and be the head coach. You know what I mean? Because Coach Sheffer argued with me again. I said, tell me that Eberflus has nothing to do with the offensive side of the ball. And you know, like I do, like he's the head coach, man. If you see something that's not working, you know what I mean, and you know what I'm saying, and your offensive head coach, you know, the offensive coach is still running this nonsense, or your line coach is still running this same scheme, the same blocking schemes, and it's not working. At what point do you step up and say, wait a minute, let's start juggling some things around, because his job is on the line. You know what I mean? If he finishes with a single win season again, I don't think he'll be here next year. So he's got to make some changes, man. He's got to make some hard decisions. I'm talking about puss. You know what I'm saying? He's got to make some hard decisions.
It's gonna be hard. I think they will. I think they're gonna win over 7 games this season, just off of the
Double
talent.
digits? You think they'll get
Huh?
double digits? Double
Yeah,
digits? You
they
think?
got an opportunity to do it, but
Yeah.
if they don't change up their, as far as right now, their philosophy, as far as going to the shotgun all the damn time instead of trying to run this ball in the middle, or developing holes, kick it to the outside a little bit, I mean, Swift, he's a good running back, but Swift is a
Yeah.
shifty guy. So sit up
That's
there, get
right.
him to the outside a little bit. But then that comes down to you can't sit up there and try to get him on the fucking outside with 5-man fucking protection. Sometimes you
Jeremy
gotta
Right.
T.
get
Nick's a little
12.
crazy.
You gotta go and get
T.
12
Nick's,
personnel.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
and
Why you shaking your head, Commish? Why you shaking your head? What's up?
just Jeremy's comment there saying T. Nick's has 12 wins in playoffs. Yeah, T. Nick's been drinking a lot of Moors lately. Like he's getting high off his own supply there. So, like, I love T. Nick, but man, playoffs was pretty ambitious to begin with, and now seeing how this offense is coming out the gate, like I don't know if we're going to get there. We're going to score enough points to get there. So, and that's like the disappointing. And I agree with you guys with Shane Waldron. It's his play calling is so like perplexing because it's 3rd and 1, and he does a handoff in the shotgun position there instead of just getting under center and handing it off. And then, or I'm sorry, maybe a second one, because in 3rd and 1 they do a QB sneak with Caleb, and they still don't get it, and they have to go for it on 4th and 1, and they barely get it with fucking Herbert. I didn't think he got it.
Could not get it. Could not get it.
They
Man,
gave it to him.
that right there blew me. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it. They gave it to him, but he didn't get it, man. I mean, that right there, that blew me. That blew me. First of all, we've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? This play caller, I mean, let's be honest. We've seen it. This is Getsy 2.0. We've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? It's 3rd and inches, and why is our quarterback in shotgun? You know that, and that, I think that goes to the offensive line coach and the offensive coordinator. Lack of faith in that line to get. It was 3rd and 1, for goodness sake. You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, like, why are you calling, this play with your quarterback out of shotgun and it's 1 yard, and then you run it back? You run it back at 4th and inches, and they got lucky because they didn't make that. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. I thought the refs kind of gave that one to us. Yeah, he did. He did. When he ran down the line and he dropped, I said, "Oh, okay, he's being nice." Maybe that was from that personal foul that they blew.
Well, see, this is the part that I actually have faith in them. You realize this offense has been pedestrian at best, and they basically won one game and had the opportunity to win a second with a pedestrian offense at best. Just imagine if this offense can even take off just a little bit, get the running game going, get the play action game going. Just imagine with this defense, just imagine how good you talking about one of the top teams in the NFL. Chris Long on his podcast literally said that there's 2 teams in the NFL right now that if they get that QB situation straight, that it's gonna be some shit. Like they're gonna be fucking scary. And he said the Chicago Bears is one on because of the way the defense plays, the way the special teams is played. All you need for Shane Waldron to do is get the fuck out your fucking head. Egos and politics is one of the things that fuck up good football teams. Ego and politics. Yeah. Right now, his ego is getting in the fucking way, and his politics. Why the fuck is Gerald Everett out there getting fucking tight end screens? Because he played with you before. Why the fuck is Travis Homer, who is a special teams guy, getting carries when you got Roshan Johnson out there?
And you got Roshan,
you got Khalil Herbert, you got DeAndre Swift. Travis Homer is getting fucking carries. Come on, get out that politics shit. I don't give a fuck they played for your ass.
Right.
You don't run no fucking tight end screens for fucking Gerald Everett. I don't remember ever seeing Gerald Everett getting a fucking tight end screen. And now he come to Chicago and he's getting this shit. When you got a fucking another tight end, which I wouldn't fucking run a damn screen for him anyway, that's making more money, but who's gotten less targets than a second damn tight end?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, pal. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I thought Rojo was hurt. I thought he was hurt. I'm like, why is he not in there, man? And that, like, but reality is, it's like, how is number 18 gonna get anybody the ball if he's on his back, man? If he's on his back, like you said, that defense, man, all the way. These first couple of games, all in both games, the defense did their thing, man. Did their thing. Could have won last week. One drop pass away in the end zone by Rome. Could have won last week. That would have been defense. That would have been another defensive win. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a defensive win.
The drop from Rome, we ended up scoring on that play. Like the next play, Herbert got that rushing touchdown. So we still got that touchdown on that scoring drive anyways. But real quick, before we get into it with the Colts game, since we're already halfway through our show, let's go ahead and play some Bills real quick, and then we'll come back and start getting into the Colts game. Some injury information kind of dropped in, who's playing and who's not. So stick with us, folks, and we'll be back. Grab yourself a Moors.
King. Yeah, I said it. I'm trying to be king. You crazy. I'm real. King of what?
Okay, bow down. Let the trumpet sound. Roll out the red carpet. 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 Roll out the red carpet.
All right.
Oh shit, we're back.
Hey, don't stop, Commish.
All right.
Get your groove on, man.
Bro, I'll start that shit back up. If we get a win today, trust me, I'll be fucking dancing. Don't you worry about that. I'll be dancing.
Oh,
so
you and me both.
Dancing.
Hey, what is Coach Chef talking about, man? Pull up some of them comments. Let's see what he's talking about.
Well, he said real quick, it looks like where was it real quick? I saw something came up.
It
looks
like next three opponents
is not going to be
bottom,
playing. I know.
Are the bottom half of the NFL as far as rushing defense. So this stretch may be a real test. Yeah, it's gonna be a real test for Shane Waldron to see if he can go against what the fuck he's known for doing, which is pass, and run the fucking ball. Because he do know this is Chicago. This is not fucking Seattle. Winter is coming, as they say in Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, motherfucker. And all that pass and shit, that shit ain't gonna be good in this fucking wind. And then this cold weather.
Not at all.
And then you got a California guy. Well, I wouldn't say he's a California guy. He's a DC guy, but it don't get cold in DC like it do here. The wind don't blow in DC like it does here.
And they're not coming off the lake. They're not coming off the lake either. They feel it's not sitting on top of the lake.
Nah, not at all.
So yeah,
but he does have a good point there, because those teams are at the bottom in the NFL in rushing. And if the Bears can't do it against these teams and everybody else is going to be better than them, it's like, bro, what the hell are we expecting? That was kind of like my point to the last game, where I was worried about the Bears being able to get the run game going against Houston, because just looking at what JT did against Houston, JT was a much better back than Swift, and he didn't even break 50 yards rushing. So that's why I was like, I'm worried about the Bears being able to get a run game going against Houston. And sure enough, I mean, 14 attempts for 18 yards for Swift, and that's our main guy. Like I said, just going to this game, if he cannot get anything going here, I don't know how much faith that we can have looking into the season that they're really going to get this run game put together.
Well, Well, check this out, Commish. We're not really trying to look into the future, man. We're really not. All we have is this game and 2 games prior. You know what I'm saying? That run game, like Fowle said, man. Is it the line? Is it the offensive line coach? Is it the old coach, the offensive coach, offense coordinator? Man, man, they if they don't establish that run, that kid's gonna stay on his back, and he's gonna get hurt, man. And that's one thing I do not want. I do not want this kid to get hurt, man. And so somebody, while they're watching films after that debacle last week, somebody supposed to say, like, wait a minute, I mean, you don't just put Pryor in there. That's a good move. Let's see what the kid has in real game, in real game time. But we got to do a little bit more than just put Pryor in there, man, to get this offensive line on track, man. And like Fowle said, that Waldron could be the problem also. You know what I'm saying? He's calling, and having his favorites out there, man, instead of the best players. And then I want to just say this, man. I want to just say this, and this is me. This Keenan Allen deal, man. Seeing Keenan in I was about to say San Diego, in LA, man, and he always misses at least 8 games, man. And I'm like, it's starting early, man. I don't know what the personal reason is, but I know he's needed. You know what I'm saying? And like Fowle said, that gives Rome a chance to step up. But that guy is needed not just for his skill set, but for his leadership on that team. With you know what I'm saying? DJ is the best receiver on that team. DJ is the best receiver. But when you have a guy like Keenan Allen, you know what I'm saying, that wily veteran, you know what I'm saying, that can, coach these youngsters up, as well as number 18, coach number 18 up on what he sees and what he doesn't see. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And they talking about indefinitely. That's what I heard, that he's going to be out indefinitely with personal problems. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Personal issues. That is not good, man. That is not good. He played 1 game, right? He played in opening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's been it so far.
Yeah, I was reading the Bears Wire last night, and they were talking about he's going to be out indefinitely, man, with personal problems. I'm like, this is not good. They signed him for like $25 million.
Yeah, that's what his contract is. His last year of his contract, and they're just letting him play out his contract. Hopefully, it's not personal. Hopefully, it's not like another Nate Davis situation where there's a family death and he's going to be out a few weeks or whatnot. That would really suck on both ends. But as far as I understood, it was just this 1 game. What about you, Fowle?
Shit, I heard the same thing. As far as this game, I'm looking forward to the Bears trying to establish the run early.
No Latu as well.
Yeah, no Latu, no Buckner today, which is good. Looking for them to establish the run early, get Caleb in some favorable downs where he can actually. One thing he's going to have to learn in the NFL, player, you may not like it. You have to use your fucking legs. It's just that simple. This ain't USC. This ain't the Pac-12, where these guys are big, fast, strong, and hungry. They're gonna come at
fast.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. You want to use your fucking legs. Don't think you're gonna be able to do all that juke and shit. You want to get your legs and get the fuck up out of there and slide. They gave you the slip and slide. So I'm looking forward to them trying to run the ball in the middle, kick it to the outside. I would prefer they use more 12 personnel just to see how it is, because they really haven't done it this year. I also would like to see a little more play action to get Caleb into a rhythm, for him to be able to use. We all know that he loves to improvise. Play action is sometimes a lot of improvising. So let's see him use some play action. Defensively, I think they're going to go after Richardson. Richardson hasn't shown in his limited amount of time that he has a big arm, he has a strong cannon, but he hasn't shown that
but
he's
here's that.
accurate. I
He has
watch
that
out for him
tendency to
on the
let
run.
it to give it up though. Yeah, to give up that INT.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll give it up. All you got to do is pressure him.
Yeah. So I would like to see the defense put pressure on him, contain your gap responsibilities. Don't let him get to the outside where he has the ability to run. You know, because this guy, he's a lot different than CJ Stroud. He see an opening, his ass is gone. He's a big, strong, fast, physical kid as well. I like to see them contain Jonathan Taylor as well. We got to remember Jonathan Taylor just 2 years ago was a fucking terror in the NFL. He's one of the top, if not one of the top 5 leading rushers in the NFL. Going to have to be able to contain them as well. So that's what I'm looking for. As far as my game prediction, I got the Bears winning this one probably 24-13.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Commish. Here's what I'm
hoping for here.
Go ahead.
With Chicago.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right, go.
No, go ahead, Commish. Go ahead. It's on you, babe. It's on you.
All right. So what I'm hoping for here with Chicago and this offense is, well, first of all, my message with Caleb Williams is learn to throw the fucking ball away sooner. Learn to know when the play's dead sooner. If you're running towards the sideline and you're just running towards the line of scrimmage just to get back to the line of scrimmage, throw the fucking ball away. Don't fucking take these goddamn hits that are legal because you're still in bounds, taking these huge shots. You're getting the team all riled up and fucking fighting if you're going to draw a flag because they starts throwing punches and shit like that. Throw the fucking ball away. Save your fucking body and shit. Quit running towards the sideline and just taking a hit just to get back to the line of scrimmage. That shit is so goddamn irritating. But other than that, yes, they do need to run the goddamn ball. They do need to figure out some sort of cohesion there with the offensive line. One thing that I noticed that I don't think this offensive line does that Bears past offensive linemen used to do is when they were on the sidelines, they used to sit on the bench together the way that they lined up on the field. Does this team do that with this offensive line? Like they shuffled it so much, I can't imagine that they do that. But they need to get back to doing shit like that to where they fucking know each other's tendencies and shit, and fucking build more like chemistry with each other and shit, so they can trust each other on the offensive line when they're doing stunts. These simple stunts that keep beating them is fucking maddening too. It's one of these things where it's like shit that should be easily coached up and picked out during film study and. Hopefully they can run the line better because then that will obviously open up the play action. The play action is it's hard for it to work when the defense just they're not worried about the run at all. There's no threat there. So I'm hoping that the Bears can get their shit lined up and come out with the win here. Still don't see them scoring very many points, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to see a 20-17 Bears win.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty much all on the same page, man. It all starts with that O-line. If we don't have the right protection in there, blocking protection in there, we're not gonna get that play action. Caleb Williams, just like Powell said, check this out. This is not USC, man. He needs to realize this is not USC. This is not college. You can't scramble and think that you're going to run away from a DN because he's just as fast as any receiver in college, man. And we've seen this a couple of weeks in a row where he broke containment of the pocket and scrambled. And when he turned around, is either a linebacker or DN that was planting him. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of that, I believe, is coaching, man. Like you said, get rid of the doggone ball, man. Set up. If you see a lane, you gotta take it. Run for 6 yards and slide. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is coaching, man. A lot of this or lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this game. This is where this game is going to be won and lost. The defense, I have no problem with them, man. As far as stopping the run, they're going to do what they do, man. The defense is going to do what they do, man. It's our quarterback and it's our line and it's coaching. And it's coaching. I'm more concerned with that, man. And like somebody needs to pull this kid aside and Waldron and let him know, like, hey, this game plan, these 2 game plans, 2 weeks in a row, has been remedial. Very predictive. Very, very predictive. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta change some things up. You know what I'm saying? Put Rojo back there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let Big Stiffy run an out route, man. You know what I'm saying? And get the ball to him. But again, that takes us back to the blocking scheme, man. If he doesn't have time to throw the ball, man, or is it in his head? Is it in the kid's head, the quarterback's head? You know what I'm saying? That if I leave the pocket, is he seeing ghosts? Is he seeing ghosts, man? Because he's been getting hit a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting hit a lot. So is he seeing ghosts like when he leaves the pocket? Oh, matter of fact, like Fowl said, man, move him. Move him. Move him out of the pocket. You know, some play action.
I mean, I've seen him do it for Justin Fields. I wouldn't see why they do it.
That's my point. That's my point. Play action, roll him out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, move him out of the pocket. That's what he's doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because of the old line. So
Frank, you better set that up,
man. Yeah, man. I just don't want to see the kid hurt, and I don't want it to get mental. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to see those ghosts. You know, when he dropped back and he thinks he sees something. You know, and so he's just throwing it away because he doesn't want to get hit. You know, it's easy for a rookie to get like that.
It's not even Halloween time, Amp. He shouldn't be seeing ghosts. You got to wait till October before he starts seeing something.
He should not. He should not. And I'm concerned with that. Seriously, I'm concerned with that because I do believe that the kid has it. I do. I believe he has it, man. I mean, I'm talking about he has it. He has the arm strength. I believe he has it mentally. I believe it's coaching, man. I believe it's coaching or lack thereof. That's my opinion, man. So, and I take the Bears. Oh, man, no, I don't take the Bears. I don't take the Bears, man. You know, I don't.
Think about it. So, think about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 23-16 Colts. 23-16 Colts. Yep.
Okay, so that sounds like that's maybe 1 touchdown and a bunch of field goals?
A bunch of field goals, yep. Special teams gonna play.
3 field goals and 1 touchdown. See, and that's the thing that's so disappointing too. Like, so looking back on our team so far, throughout the 2 games, we have a touchdown in every category. We have 1 offensive touchdown, we have 1 special team touchdown, and we have 1 defensive touchdown. So we're kind of checking off all those little boxes and stuff. But that's one of those just like expecting the offense to be a bit more potent than what it's been.
What's crazy is I had a square last week, right? The square was 9-3. And when I looked at it, I'm like, I won't. It's one of them squares. It's 9-3. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the game, I won that square. I'm like, that's bad. It's good that I won, but it's bad that the Bears lost. You know what I'm saying? That's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, until I see something different, until I see some adjustments being made at halftime or at the beginning of the game, until I see something different. And like I said, like me and Chris was talking about, man, it's going to take more than just Pryor to get this line together. It's going to take Waldron and the offensive line coach. They're going to have to get it together. And if they don't, it's going to take Puss to say, you know what, this is not working. And I know we got to go to the rest of the season with this. We got to go an entire season. He's not, of course, Puss is not going to take over the play calling. But this is Getty 2.0, man. This is Getty 2.0, and this is only the third game. You know, so maybe that's just a hiccup. Those first two games were just a hiccup, and
that's what
they'll
I'm
get
hoping
it.
for. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it's just a hiccup. Like I said, like you said, there's only the first two games. So, you know, as the season goes on, hopefully coaching gets better. Adjustments are made. I love the halftime adjustments from the defense. You know, these first two games. So I've been loving
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, they've only given up, I think, a total of 3 points in the second half. So I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to be in tune in this game. Hopefully, Gessie learns some things. We also got to remember Caleb Williams is, at the end of the day, still a rookie, learning a new offense. Hell, the whole team is learning a new offense. So hopefully they'll get their shit together. They're down two two-star defensive players for them. Let's try to run the ball, get the running game established, get in some play action, not go from shotgun, not sit up there and go in 5-man protection. If you sitting up there, you want to leave the running back in there to block, put your best blocking running back in there, which is Rojo. Put him back in there. You also have him chip and then release out. He can receive the ball as well. He's more diverse than Khalil Herbert.
Okay. Check this out. Let's try to use Komet. Let's try to use him, man. I mean, that's what you paid him for. Yeah, that's what you paid him for, man. I mean, come on. So
I don't want to see no more Gerald Everett fucking screens. Matter of fact, I'm sick of screens, so I'm getting fucking Getsy flashbacks.
So predictable.
Yeah.
So I want to say this real quick with regarding DJ Moore. I know he's been getting a lot of heat lately as far as how his attitude is on the sideline and kind of him showing frustration. And it's one of those things where, like, I understand it. I don't mind it. I don't think he was doing too much to show up Caleb or whatever. Looking at it from his point of view, like, this is like 3 straight years where he's had to deal with the new quarterback, new offensive system, because he was with Carolina before Chicago, and he had Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold that year. Next year he comes to Chicago, he's got Justin Fields learning new offense. Okay, cool, new quarterback. And now here, year 3, another new offensive system, new quarterback. And it's just kind of like, for him, he's like, God damn, I'm already going into year 5, 6 and into my career. Like, I need to fucking get with the quarterback and stick with the quarterback and get with the offensive team. Like, I need to do something to try to win some rings here and, like, get with a solid team. I can understand his frustration there of just being like, I hope my receiving years, it's just like what they say, receivers go to die in Chicago. Like, I really hope I don't become part of that shit, because they can't fucking get a quarterback here to stay more than a year or two. And every other year I'm trying to build chemistry with the new quarterback.
You know what, Commish? I don't think DJ Moore is that guy. Is that kind of guy, man. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's that guy to get in the rookie's head. You know what I'm saying? I think the entire offense was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't hear anything. What I heard a lot of banter that I don't believe was true, that DJ got all in Caleb Williams' face and was this. I don't believe that, because he's not the type of guy. He's not the type of guy. Like you said, the quarterbacks that he played with prior, you know what I'm saying? Here, this is like a honeymoon. You know, playing with Justin Fields and now playing with Caleb Williams. No, it's not working out. They're not clicking yet, but I don't think DJ is that kind of guy that's going to get up into the rookie space and get up in his head and think something. Yeah, of course he's frustrated, but so was the whole offense. You know, all of them were frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that takes some going out together. You know what I'm saying? Going bowling. You know, like back in the day, like they used to do, going bowling and going to the range. You know what I'm saying? Going to the range and setting out some shots. You know, just to build that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that, like you said, maybe that takes them all sitting on the bench on the same side. You know, all the offense sitting on the bench. It maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's the little things, man. It's the little things that mean so much. But I just don't believe, me personally, that DJ Moore got into the rookie's head, man, and grilled him. Because look who we played for before this, man. You know, which quarterbacks he played for, and actually he thrived under JF1, and That's a miracle in itself, man. Because he couldn't stay upright, and he was scared. He was scared to stay in the pocket. So no, I don't think so. I think if
Yeah,
anything,
he didn't
DJ
have a
Moore
career
is
yet.
trying to, yeah, DJ Moore is trying to school a
Him and
kid.
Cole command, but you know that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. That bring up, you know, a lot of these people. JF1, he's gone and moved on, which he has, and we wish him the best of luck. But I mean, obvious is the obvious. He didn't have the weapons. He didn't have the shit. Looks like the support of the fucking coaching staff either. I understand everything. A lot of things are financial. You know what I'm saying? Financial business
Driven.
shit is gonna take
Yeah.
hold at the end of the day. So I get it. They didn't really want to pay him, but you know, people want to get on him and sit up there and say, "Oh, it's only the Justin Fields fanboys that still talk about this." No, because people still bring up Caleb, and people think that Caleb still to this day walks on fucking air. You know, and it's okay. I hope he's done. I hope he does better. I hope he's able to get through his reads. I hope the offensive line coach and offensive lineman and offensive coordinator help this kid to get the best out of him that we can possibly get for him to be this franchise quarterback. Because goddamn, I'm tired of going out of quarterbacks every 3 to 4, 5 years, getting a new one coming in. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of the carousel with the coaching. You know? I'm tired of the carousel with the GMs. Let's just get this shit right and go on and move on and see what this team and this organization can do.
I hear you, Amp. We're wrapping up here. What are your last thoughts before we go ahead and end this show here?
My last thoughts is man, just get the win, man. I don't care how we get it. Just get this win. This is a winnable game, man. This is a winnable game. Let's get the win. You know, let's put those other two behind us because we can't do anything about them 2 games. Let's just get this win. Let's just get this win, man. I don't care was this neat or messy. Let's just get this win. And that starts with coaches. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You know, I already gave you my score. So that's all I got.
All right. Well, fellas, thank you very much for jumping on with me today. I really do appreciate that, Fal. I thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. Hopefully, at the end of the day here, we're all happy with and celebrating a Chicago Bears victory. But if not, come on, baby. I need that bet to hit. Come on. But anyways, people, Val, do you have any last minute words before I send it off?
Yeah, thank you for watching the post game. Well, I mean, not the post game, the pregame show. Remember, you can catch us on the Chicago Clubhouse Network, the Chicago Clubhouse podcast on Tuesdays. You can catch my man over here to the left, the Crooked Commish, Mondays on the Fantasy. Wednesday, we got She Says What She Says. Thursdays, we got Plump, we got Bull Spit. Easy, he's gonna do his thing whenever the hell day he decides to sit up there and do it. And I think we got a new show that will be coming out soon. We'll get more into that probably Tuesday or Monday if the Cricket Commission want to talk about it on his fantasy show.
Yeah, we'll mention it. So
like and subscribe, people, please.
Yes, please like, subscribe, help us get to 2,000 subscribers. So that's one of our goals. We're trying to set our goals here and trying to get to that benchmark. So we really do appreciate everybody that has already done so. But feel free to share us with your friends and family, other Bear and Chicago Bears fans, Chicago Bulls fan, Sox, Cubs. We talk about it all here.
And one thing that we do that a lot of podcasts don't do, we invite you guys to come on and give us your thoughts. A lot of podcasts don't do that, and we have great guests. So remember, like and subscribe, please.
Amp, were you trying to say
Chicago Clubhouse podcast.
I didn't say anything, Commish. I'm like, I agree. Hey, thanks, Fal. Thanks for coming on, Fal. I appreciate you. Love chopping it up with you, man, because you always keep it a band.
Yes, sir. Love chopping it up.
Yeah. And again, thanks, Commish.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amp. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening today. Everybody else, be safe, be good. And if you can't be good, well, shit, at least be good at it.
And
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
bear down, baby.